Welcome to Coinology The Podcast.
You ain't getting no money if you constantly worried about what everybody else got to say. If you constantly got your eyes on what everybody else doing, you ain't getting no money. When it comes down to closing a deal, I get it done. Every single one. I'm the certified deal closer.
Welcome to Coinology The Podcast.
So this is me. Money is very important, right? Money ranks up there with air and water. You know, they say money can't buy you happiness, but money is a good down payment. Me personally, if I like a certain lifestyle, I can't expect the man that I'm with to take all my bills. Like my bill's like $100,000 a month. If that's what I'm looking for, a man that can pay my bills at $100,000 a month, to me, that's the wrong perspective. That's not all I'm looking for. I could finance myself for real.
Okay.
Like that's not. So there's a book I love, The 5 Love Languages, right? Money is not the most important thing for me in a relationship. I don't need my man to come in and pay my bills. I'm not looking for a man to, pay for my yacht. I'm not looking for
But
a
every
man.
time you go to dinner, you don't want to be the one pulling out.
Oh no, when I go to dinner, a man should be able to afford the dinner. He should be able to afford the trips, like little things.
But trips, most people can't afford to go on trips the way you go on trips.
But if I want to go to Dubai, he can't afford to go to Dubai, but that's my guy. and
But he can
does
go to
other
Dubai,
things.
but then next week you're in Dominican, next week you're
But
at...
I'm working though. And
Okay.
he shouldn't be able to go with me anyway, because he should
Okay.
be at work too.
Okay.
So I don't want my man. Now this is my new perspective.
That's your new perspective. Your other guys were with you
Okay, I
all
don't
the
like
time.
that no more. That's tied.
Okay,
You
that's
need to
tied.
Go on, handle your business.
Okay, they need to go ahead on.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be looking up. I know for me, if every time I look up and I'm seeing your face and I'm the one out here making the money, I'm wondering what I'm going to get annoyed.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
okay, I was wondering, 'cause I was like, Stormy not getting annoyed by this?
No, because they needed to help me. That's what I needed at the time.
But a manly man, you think
Would
he's
not
going to
be
be okay
running
with...
around? No.
He's not going to be okay with being your assistant.
That's what I'm saying. The new me, I don't want you to go with me.
Okay,
If
but
you
back
could go with
then
me,
you did.
I needed you. I needed you to be security. I needed you to help me out. It was a lot of. I got benefits out of the things that I did.
That's what listen. So I tell people this all the time. I'm married, right? And I believe in us having our own businesses. We connect at home, and then during the day we're doing our own. I just think that sometimes when you marry too much in your relationships, from business to home to everything, sometimes you're setting your relationship up for failure.
Yep.
Especially when you are an alpha female.
Yep.
Because alpha females are very, very, very much about their business, and you can't talk to your man a certain way.
Exactly.
But if he's with you all day and you running businesses, it's going to be difficult.
You're gonna not respect him no more.
I know. So let's talk a little bit about, I know just recently you were on Tasha K, right?
I wasn't on Tasha K. Tasha
Right.
K was talking about me on Tasha K.
Right. She was talking about
I
you on
wasn't
Tasha
on
K.
there.
But even though she was talking about the person you were with, everybody was talking about Coach
Me.
Stormy, right?
Okay.
So how did that make you feel? Because of your relationship, you're now being dragged through the mud, right? Did you know that Tasha was going to do an episode about you in advance? No.
I just one day started hearing people calling me and seeing different clips, and I was like, wow, okay. I'm kind of in a place in my life, and even then, when it first came out, where I'm not afraid of good press, bad press. So at first, it didn't bother me, and at the time, the things I knew about the guy that I was with, the stories wasn't adding up. I knew that guy for a long time. I knew him since I was actually 18 years old. So I knew for a fact that there were serious allegations that was not true. And do I believe that there are some things that he could have did better? Because he did have 2 kids from that girl. Do I think he should have been giving her more money? Yeah, you're damn right. You got 2 kids from her. So at the time, certain things about the whole story, it didn't bother me. But as time progressed, as me being a mom and I never got child support from any of my quote-unquote baby daddies. 'Cause my mom always taught me, mama's baby, daddy's maybe. So I never was that girl. But I had to be real and say, you know what? Some women were raised like, hey, if you have a baby, the man should do his thing. Take care of that child. So a lot of the things that Tasha K said was not true. Like my yacht, I bought that yacht for me. If anybody knows me, I've always loved yachts. I like nice things. I work, get money, set goals, crush them, and take care of what I need to take care of to fulfill my own goals and my own dreams. So a lot of things that Tasha K said was wrong, completely wrong. Did I start to realize that people can't wait to find things to say about Coach Stormy? Yeah, you got people that want to hate me. No matter what I do, no matter what I say, they're going to hate me.
But why do they want to hate you?
Because I'm a bad motherfucker.
Okay.
I'm a bad bitch. I'm beautiful. I'm fly. I'm unfuckwithable. I'm unexplainable. I don't tolerate and play with bullshit. I have respect for myself. I have integrity. I have character. And a lot of people just can't take it. So they want to hate me because they want to be me.
They want to hate you.
They want to hate me.
Let's go back to, let's talk about relationships, right? And the hate and so forth. Because I think we all know that there's been a lot of challenges out here, right? Around the relationships around Coach Stormy. And let's go all the way back to your first phase in TLC, right? And you had a whole crew you were running with then, right? I remember it was a married couple, and then there was someone else that is a former NFL wife, and so forth. And these individuals were your ride or dies at that time.
At the time.
Right. So what happened? Because I just know that one day, I wasn't in the business. I would follow you guys and see you guys. And then one day I just saw that everything was poof. And I always wonder what happened. So what happened?
So, okay. It's two different scenarios. The husband and wife couple were with me when I was broke. Okay? I have a way of building women up and making them love themselves and just feel so like that girl that they start to, depending on who they are, they appreciate that. Like Stormy Wellington came into my life and gave me this confidence that I never had. Stormy Wellington came into my life and gave me this swag that I never had. And they, for a time, they appreciate that. They love it. They're grateful. They feel kind of like they owe me something. Which is beautiful.
Do you feel like they owe you something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I help change your life, you owe me respect.
Okay.
You owe me honor. You owe me to never leave my name out your story. You don't owe me no money. You don't owe me no bags. You don't owe me nothing materialistically. You owe me honor. You owe
and
me
you felt like they
gratitude.
dishonored you.
Damn, we are a lot of them.
So let's go back to this first set,
so
right?
Let me go back. So imagine this woman being like Mary Poppins. She's like the housewife. She's the ultimate iron the tie, make the lunch. She's this typical little housewife. And then here comes Stormy, giving her this confidence, giving her this swag, telling her, girl, get your wig fixed up a little better, girl. Take off that old lady lip gloss and put on this color, you know, girl. Don't wear this. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give you something to wear this. That purse, carry this purse. And then the husband didn't like it. The husband actually told me one day, I feel like I'm losing my wife because she became more confident.
She started to look like you.
She was fly. She was beautiful. She went from being a little, you know, woman in a shoe to like beautiful. And I remember one day me and her husband kind of was at the back of the car together, and I never even told the story, so I'm giving it to you just hot off the press. One day we was in the back of the car together, and it was me and him, and we was taking some bags out of the car, and he says, I would break you and my wife up before I lose my wife to you. And she would serve me a lot. She would, whatever. And it kind of did become a lot. She would be with me more than she would be with her husband. And it was nothing but me trying to help her to fulfill her dreams. Because when people tell me their dreams, I believe them. And I want to help them to accomplish them. But that's not what her husband wanted. So her husband started putting a lot of things in her head. And I saw it coming. He wanted his wife back. And so he could have got his wife back without deteriorating our relationship. And one day she was on the phone with me, and I never forget this. I don't disrespect, I do not play about. And she was on the phone saying, everybody's telling me I'll do better without you. And I'm like, girl, you made $20,000 a week with me. Girl, I helped build your business. Look at all the people I put underneath you. Girl, look how beautiful you look. How you let somebody tell me something about you? I mean, how you let somebody tell you something about me? And I find myself like trying to beg her to not let people tell her stuff about me. And I'm like, you know what? Don't even worry about it. Be blessed. And I'm up. And that was it? That's it.
Forever.
Forever. That's it. I'm not, you know what I did for your life. Nobody should be able to tell you nothing about me. And I'm on the phone pleading with you to ask you going to believe these people? Look at your life. You was homeless. You was about to be in a hotel. I gave up my house for you and your kids. You slept on my floor. You drove my car. I fed y'all. I gave y'all money, never got it back, helped you become this beautiful woman, to change your life, and you let somebody tell you something about me? And I find myself trying to convince you to not listen to people. Our season is up. And I said, you know what? Don't even worry about it. And I hung up, and that was it. That's it. No, nothing else to the story. Nothing else to the story.
NFL ex-wife, what happened with her?
I thought she was my girl. Mm-hmm. I thought she loved me. I thought she had my back. And I found out they were stealing products from the company. Over $2 million worth of products from the company. Disrespectful. I never talked about it. Because I don't have to. Mm-hmm. You stealing from the company, you stealing from me. I'm wondering why my check going down. I'm wondering why my business not growing. You stealing these people products? Nah. Oh, nah. And I'm fighting for you. And then the company like, we tired of you being naive. You help too many people. Can we show you this? And when they showed it to me, what was really happening? Like it was a whole court case. People did paying restitution to this day. Why would I stay around somebody like you? You have no integrity. You have no character. This company paid us millions of dollars. Why are you stealing the people's shit? So you think I'm staying in that relationship?
Did you ever have a conversation, or it just went away? You just immediately...
You lied to me, got me thinking that the company crazy, and I'm looking at the cameras, I'm seeing how the operation is being ran. It was a whole inside operation. Why am I staying in that relationship? I don't play, Ebony. When you disrespect me, or somebody I love...
Or touch your bag, right?
Or touch my bag, or operate out of integrity and out of principle and the universal laws that govern this world, I am out. I don't care what nobody think about me. I don't care if they be like, damn, she can't keep nobody. Guess what? If you have no respect and you go against the principles that I know govern this world, bye. I am out. I'm not asking you. I'm not pleading with you. And once an enemy can never be a friend, I'm done with you. Bye. That's it. I take my power, my energy away.
Have you seen her since then?
No.
Phase 2. You guys came back.
New people.
1,000 families was moving strong. That's the part where I came in on phase 2, and I began watching you guys make some movements. You actually had what you call your discipleship, right? It was 12? Or 12 individuals that were your key top leaders. You guys were making numbers that I don't think anybody else in the industry had ever seen, especially African Americans, young. You guys made being a part of a network marketing company sexy, fun. People wanted to be a part versus hiding. Your conventions were like concerts. Your leaderships became more like celebrities, right? There was security all around, and then it was bling everywhere. I mean, it was just an overarching situation, right? What the hell happened? I mean, you guys had it all. Where did you first notice the crack in the foundation? Because it seemed like if you were making that type of money and everything was going so well, when did you notice that there was a crack?
When people started being disrespectful to me.
Well, what does disrespect look like to you?
Coming late to meetings. We having a team meeting and you coming late because y'all sleeping with each other. Sex and business don't mix. You should not have sex with your business partner.
That's right.
I've been in network marketing for almost 15 years. Ask who I slept with in network marketing. I don't sleep with people in my profession. They started sleeping with each other. They started pillow talking with each other. They started thinking, oh, we could do this without this person, and we could do this without that person. And when you would come late to the meeting, and I'm like, what's up? You don't want me to say nothing to you. The money made you forget the unity, the camaraderie, the vision. And again, I am not going to allow no toxic people in my life. And when the sex started happening, when the backbiting started happening, when the disrespect started happening, that was it. That's the end. Sex and disrespect would disrupt any organization. And that's it. That's just the beginning. And then the TV show, we started working on a TV show, and I told them, like, we did such amazing things to the world that we got the eyeballs of networks looking at us, and they came, and I mean, we could have been booming together right now. And I told them, when a network come, do not let them play with y'all. Because I've been on TV, I've been a part of reality shows, I know how it goes. They're gonna try to tell you stuff to turn you against this one, turn you against that one. It could be a lie. It could be you twisted this and said this. Don't fall for it. When you see 2 powerful women together, and you see 3, and you see 4, and you see 5, it's like...
But were they all powerful. And the reason why I ask that is because it's one thing for power to be because of affiliation. It's something else if a person is powerful on their own.
No, they wasn't powerful on them, because that's why you could go look at them now, and the power and the light is off. I'm just telling you the truth. I helped to give them power.
So let's go back a little bit, because one of the things you and I both know, because coming from the streets, we know that once a person betrays you, dishonor you, the biggest mistake you can make is to allow that person back into your stratosphere again, because you're waiting for that basically to happen again. And so I was sitting back watching, and I'm like, I thought Stormy was from the streets. I thought she knew the street code.
Exactly.
Why didn't you operate with what you knew, the principles of honor and respect?
Exactly. And I think it was because I allowed people that was close to me to be, okay, network marketing makes you a lot of money. And there's a lot of people that's focused on the commission. A lot of relationships in network marketing is based on commission. And so if I'm your right-hand girl and she's in your business and we're not talking anymore, but she affects your numbers, and you the one that's in my ear, and you're saying it wasn't that bad, she really loved you, she didn't mean this, it wasn't that, Coach, sometimes you're too hard on people, come on, she's sorry, she loves you, and then I get flowers, and then it's like she wants to meet with you again, she's
but she
ready.
publicly disrespected you.
I know, but still, I just fucked up.
But I saw when you made the reconciliation in your eyes, you knew.
I did know.
You knew.
I knew.
You knew. And you were just waiting for that moment to happen again.
I wasn't really waiting. I knew that that person had suffered with that disconnection. And I really thought that the suffering that she had when we wasn't connected was going to make her come back and say, you know what, I appreciate the role that Stormy played in my life. I'm going to come back and I'm going to do right this time. But when somebody's in your ear telling you you could be bigger than Coach Stormy, you better than this, you could do this.
Who's in your ear? Who is this in your ear?
So it's two different things. I'm saying, okay, one person was in my ear, but this particular person, right? And if they're watching this, they're gonna know who I'm talking about. When the network is in your ear, baiting you up, telling you you're the next Stormy, we just gotta get her out the way. They trying to create a show, and you let them get in your ear, and you should have knew better, because your soul and your heart should have told you. So it was two different things happening. Somebody was telling me, hey, she loves you, it was a mistake, boom. And then now the network come in. So everything was great. And then when the network come in, the network is doing what they're supposed to do, creating a great show. But you fell for it. And now we definitely can't have no connections. There's nothing I want to hear, nothing that you can say. And it got deep because it came into my family life got affected. It affected me and my daughter. It was a lot.
Your relationships across the board were
was
affected,
a lot.
right?
Because this person, I gave this person so much power, and I edified this person so much, and I built such a foundation around this person that it kind of was like, well, who's telling the truth here? Like, are you the bad guy? Is she the bad guy? But let me tell you what I always tell people. Time will always reveal who was telling the truth all along.
And maybe both of you guys are telling the truth.
No. And tell you.
So listen, what was actually said about you that was not true?
A lot of things was said about me that's not true.
So when you say that what you're saying is the truth and this person...
It's not about what I said. It's like, at the end of the day, you could tell a tree by the fruit it bears, right?
That's right.
So at the end of the day, my results speak for me. Nothing else should matter. And one of the things that I noticed that ended up happening was there was a time where people wanted me to be their coach. They wanted me to be their coach. They wanted me, Coach, tell me what I'm doing wrong. Coach, tell me what I could do better. But then when you're making so much money, you think you're somebody that you're not. You got to be very careful with what money could do. Money exposes, promotes, or demotes. That's what money does. And so you're thinking that you don't need me, and I'm telling you, hey, you shouldn't do that. Hey, don't do that. That's not a good look. Hey, we got to do this. Hey, this is happening. But then you got somebody in your ear saying you could be better. So what ended up happening was that they didn't like my leadership style no more. They said I was too aggressive. I was too militant. I was too mean. But that's who I was. That's how you made the millions of dollars, when I was being your coach. So that's what really started to create the problem. They didn't like what I was doing. They didn't like me saying you shouldn't be eating Popeye's chicken. And I don't know if you remember when the separation first happened, one of the big things was we can eat Popeye's chicken now. It's like we're in the health and wellness industry. It's certain, you can't be overweight. You can't do things that's opposite of what we're teaching. So little things like that, you got to move your body, you got to work out, you got to be kind, you got to continue leading. Like, this is what we signed up for. And they wanted freedom.
They wanted freedom.
They did.
And so let's talk about some of your other leaders that were not maybe part of the discipleship, that may have felt like, I didn't get an opportunity to be seen because I didn't look the part, I didn't dress the part, I didn't, that is something that you would hear a lot, whereas I was ignored. I made the numbers, but Stormy didn't see me.
So here's what people got to understand. Nobody put me where I'm at. Nobody made nobody see me. I made you see me. To this day, you're going to see
But
me.
none of your disciples looked a certain way. All your disciples all were aesthetically pleasing.
They wasn't when I first met them. I worked on them to help them to become that. At the end of the day, when you look at Beyonce, nobody can be Beyonce because Beyonce carries an aura and an energy about her. You can't take Beyonce away from Beyonce. I can't make nobody see you. So there's things that a lot of my disciples did that the person that wanted to be seen wouldn't do. So it's three things. You earn your way into good relationships, you serve your way into good relationships, or you pay your way into good relationships. So it's not just the numbers that gives you the visibility. It's your level of service. People see me because of my level of commitment, consistency, swag, and service. I could take away all the swag right now. I could take off all of this, but my ability to show up gives me the respect. So people want you to put them on a platform, but they're not in the room. You want me to edify you, but you're not on a conference call. You want me to leverage your story, but you're nowhere to be found. So these people got out of the people pile. That's another key to success. You got to find a way to get out of the people pile. If I got an organization with hundreds of thousands of people, how am I going to see you? I never started people just because of the numbers.
But some of these people will say, I never had a chance to get 1,000 families changed.
But you know how you get 1,000 families changed?
How?
By your service. Everyone that got 1,000 families changed earned it because of their story. If we can't use it, wasn't the 1,000 families changed was not about the money. It was not about the money. The money was a part of it, but it was how much did we use your story to build the company? How much did you serve? It was, listen, I had a meeting with my team yesterday, and I was telling them, this is not as easy as it looks, y'all.
Stormy, but what do you think about the people who say they are the mean girls? They're mean, they're not approachable, they won't let me in, I don't have an opportunity. What are your thoughts on that? Because I know you've heard it. You've heard them say that, right?
I mean, so I don't know who they is. I can't be responsible for everybody's behavior.
Okay.
I can only be responsible for my behavior. Okay.
But I'll tell you who they are.
Who?
They are the accusations when the show came out. You remember, I know you had to have heard and seen where the big uproar took place on social media when after you had some dinner or something at your house when the production was filming, and I guess that's when the big blow up happened, right? There was a lot of people who started going live and telling their stories, and mostly what they were saying is, the mean girls, they're not letting us in.
First of all, everybody can't get in.
Okay.
Most cars fit 8 to 10 people. So number one, everybody not getting in the car with me. Let's call me what you want to call me.
How can they get in the car with you?
You gotta deserve it.
How do you deserve it?
Respect, integrity, character, honor.
So it has
service.
nothing to do with your appearance.
Nah.
Okay.
First, let me just say something. I like beautiful people and beautiful things. If you don't care about your teeth, and I gotta look at you and talk to you, I'm gonna ask you what's up. I'm gonna be like, you need to go get your teeth done. Self-love shows up in how you treat yourself. Like I could tell you love yourself even more now. Look at you. So I don't want to be around people that don't smell good and don't take care of themselves. Yeah, I'm never gonna do that because that reminds me of poverty. So when I'm around you, you should look better. You should elevate because everything I do and everything I'm around gets better. So no, I mean, you could look at all of those girls was not what they turned into. It was their level of respect, integrity, character, honor, and service. So I call it riches. Those are the things that must happen for you to get my attention. If you don't serve, how I'ma see you? If you ain't got no respect, how I'ma see you? If you ain't in the room, how I'ma see you? If you ain't got no integrity, how I'ma see you? If you don't have no transformation, how I'ma see you? So if you want to be seen, do something worthy of being seen. That's life. You want somebody to see you, do something for somebody to see you. And that's just it. Like, you got to show up. In any room, in any business you're in, you got to find a way to get out of the people pile. There's 120 million distributors in network marketing. You know one of the people that they see? Me. Because I make myself be seen.
Make yourself seen.
I don't ask for permission. I take permission. I don't wait for you to open the door. I'm going to build my door.
You're going to open your own door.
So you're not seen is because maybe think about what didn't you do. Like when I would come to Atlanta, I give you a great example. Tammy would follow me everywhere I would go. I would go places, and everywhere I go, this girl would be on the front row. She would have on T-shirts. She looked crazy, but she would be there bringing energy. To the point where when I didn't see her in the room, I'm like, where is Tammy? Anna would call. Anna would DM. Anna got my attention. So this goes for anybody. If you are wanting to be seen, give somebody a reason to see you. Do something. Make yourself worthy of getting out of the people pile. It can't, and it's not just numbers. It's like who shows up the biggest, who brings the most energy. And so that's, when you talk about mean girl, it's not necessarily mean girl, there's requirements. Anybody can't just come and have an interview with you. Somebody got to be worthy of having something to get to the coin. Other than that, sorry, I don't care how much you're trying. You got to be worthy to sit in this chair.
That's right.
You have to be qualified to sit in this chair. You have to have done something worthy for people to want to know who you are.
That's right.
So, that's just unfortunately about network marketing. That's the game.
That's the game. And you have to have a tough spirit, because let me ask you this. Not only just with network marketing, I'm just going to tell you being successful. You can't get to a certain level of success without multiple knives in your back.
Yes,
it's part of the game.
Yes, indeed.
The betrayal ends up becoming part of what you expect, and I think it gets to a point where it makes you cold. Because I know for me, I feel that way. I feel like I have now walked into a spirit of I know it's coming, and that's not a good place to be. But when everything crumbled, how did you get up? What made you say, I'm going to keep going? Because I can imagine how devastating that had to be to build what you built on that second phase, to help so many people, and to see all of them, all but maybe 2 or 3, turn and say, I'm out of here. How did that make you feel?
It was hurtful. Like, I really be loving them people. Like, it's sick, but I still love them right now. I don't want to have nothing to do with them. But I know I did a great job with them. I know that I made a big contribution to who they are today. I know that they can never forget me. I know deep down inside, they know I was a blessing to them. And so that gives me pride.
You would never, ever revisit that relationship?
No.
So that door is completely closed.
When I close the door, I'm not opening it back up again. No. Once an enemy can never be a friend. So
now, just because you guys aren't working together, are they enemies?
No.
Okay.
But my perspective is, you tried to affect you tried to tarnish my relationships and my reputation. That is horrible. I could not talk to you, and I'm not going to talk about you because we don't see eye to eye. Why would I try to, affect your reputation? You affected my reputation. Till this very day, I'm sure there are people that don't trust me, don't believe me, don't know who I really am because of some lie or some way you twisted who I am to somebody. Like, I don't deserve that. So why would I let you back in my life when I know you really don't have any good intent for me? You must be if you bring me back in your life now after all what you've done, you must be want something, or you realize that I can make your life better. So why would I let you come back in my life?
Because you're only coming back because you want.
Exactly.
Let's talk a little bit about, you've mentioned multiple times about intuition and your inner thoughts, and I want to talk a little bit about your spirituality, because there's always been a lot of discussion around that, right? So I think we talked about a little bit earlier about at one point you were what I considered the first lady of the church, right? We definitely don't have the first lady sitting here in front of us today, right? But I do remember you flying over to Africa. And it seemed like you went to Africa with your son. This is, I think, before the second phase. And it seemed like a major transition happened when you went to Africa, right? And it seemed like something happened in Africa that changed you from being the church girl to being something else. Would you consider yourself today a Christian? No. What do you call, what do you serve?
God.
Who is God to you?
God is the ultimate divinity. God is in me. God is in you. God is the highest power.
So do you consider yourself more a spiritualist?
I practice African tradition.
Ifa? Okay.
That's a part of it.
Tell me a little bit about what you practice.
So people don't know this, but the oldest monotheistic spirituality before Christianity, before we got kind of conditioned, was African tradition. African tradition has been around for over 10,065 years. Christianity has been around for 2,000 something years. I believe in honoring my ancestors, which is the people that came before me, my mom, my grandmother. I believe that their blood runs through my veins. I believe that big God is big God and I'm little God, so he operates from inside of me. I don't believe that God is over there somewhere. I don't believe that, I gotta pray to this man with this black hair and these blue eyes, and I believe that we are spiritual beings having human experience. I believe I'm here sitting with you, but my spirit is in New York, Chicago, Miami, Atlanta, New York, New Jersey. My spirit is all over the world, versus what people think is that you're right here, you're right now, and that's it. So I am someone who I don't get into it too much, because I just be. And if you like how I be, then you want to learn more about me. I don't necessarily go out and chariot or champion or talk about it. I just show up. And whatever you want to think and believe and whatever you want to feel, go do your own research. See, a lot of times people follow what everybody tells them to do. And for a long time I did that. And then I realized how powerless I became. That I waited on a man to prophesy to me, to give me a message. I waited on a pastor to preach for me, to give me a message. I have church, and I have my, what I would say, I tap in every day versus Sunday and Wednesdays, versus waiting on the pastor to say, church today, hallelujah. So I have church every day.
Every day. What do you say when people say Stormy is a witch? She practices
I never heard
witchcraft.
nobody say that.
They say that. So what are your thoughts on that?
I don't think about it. I just be.
Are you a witch?
I don't even know what a witch is.
Okay. Do you practice witchcraft?
What's witchcraft?
Manipulation of energy.
Hell no, girl. Do you feel like I'm manipulating you right now? How I feel right now sitting next to you?
You feel like a person sitting next to me.
Do I feel powerful? You feel my energy and my strength?
Well, I feel that you are confident. I feel like you're a strong woman, but you're sitting next to another strong, confident woman. I feel like a person that did not have the confidence and the strength could easily be manipulated.
I understand the laws that govern this universe so much. I just use it to my advantage. I don't believe that my power can be taken away by any hex, any X, any word curse. Like, I'm very powerful within my being because I know who I am and whose I am.
How did you come to know that?
My mom has always been very spiritual. My dad, my light-skinned dad, he is a powerful force spiritually. And me watching how my mom life was and how my dad life was, I'm like, okay, my dad was more stronger and more powerful than my mom. My dad never got angry, never got sick. And my dad is the one who taught me about Ifa. And when I saw how my dad's life was, I'm like, I love my dad's life. I love how he is. He's 75. He's not sick. And so I started to seek. And when I started learning more and I started feeling more strong and more whole, I was like, wow, I can't really explain everything because I still can't explain it to you right now. But I know since honoring my ancestors, understanding different orishas, how my life changed. And so I'm not trying to bring anybody into what I'm into. I'm just going to continue doing what I'm supposed to do. And that's it. That's it.
How important is meditation in your life?
Everything. I do it every day.
And so do I.
Every day. Unfortunately, I think that, I feel sorry for people who won't seek. I think that we should remain curious until you feel this power within your being, within your essence, that you know everything always works out for you. You should keep finding out what else is out there. Like, when I look at people when they have something to say about the Muslims, like, let people follow what they believe and what works for them. Find what spiritual system works for you. And so I did Christianity, straight Christian, straight that way. And again, I don't have nothing against it. I believe in God. I believe in God. I believe in God. But I don't believe that God is over there somewhere. I don't believe God is somebody you find when you die and go to heaven. That's stupid. Why am I going to live on earth and believe that I'm only going to meet God when I die? No, God is big God. And God, listen, if the Bible says God made you in your image and his likeness, that means if I saw a poodle and they said, oh, look at that poodle was made in the image and likeness of a poodle, that would be called a what? A poodle.
A poodle.
So if God made me in his image and his likeness, guess what I am? I'm a God. So I believe that I have the power to speak like God does, to heal like God does, to create like God does. I rest like God does. I serve like God does. And so I believe that I'm a God too.
Do you require your followers to worship you?
Nah, fuck no. They ain't even gotta like me. They ain't even gotta talk to me. They ain't even gotta follow me. Whoever follows me because they want to follow me. I don't coerce or convince or manipulate or try to. No, as a matter of fact, there are people that y'all probably won't even know I would never talk to ever again because they want to do what they want to do. I don't make you follow nothing. I make you do what you want to do. I become me, and if you like me, and if it's something about you that captivates me, ooh, you should tap in and find out more. I teach meditation. I believe meditation is powerful. I believe that you should live in your imagination every single day. I believe that what's real is not real. Time is not time. Time is just an illusion.
It's an illusion.
Yeah, so I don't believe like I have to be here at this. Now, if it's a flight to catch or I got an appointment, it's different.
Right.
But I believe that time is an illusion. I believe that we can occupy space anywhere. And so I don't require nobody to do nothing. If you like me, and you like my life, and you like how I live, tap in. If you don't, tap out.
And you don't find that it's mandatory for your leaders to have to tap into your meditation services and things like that you have, right?
I could tell you a lot of their lives was better when they was aligned with what I'm doing. When they was, listen, first you follow the leader. Then you become the leader. Then you create more leaders. Then you never stop following the leader. So if I look at your life and your life seemed much better, you look better, you was happier when we were tapped in, again, nobody has to follow nothing I do. I'm going to follow me. I'm going to follow what I believe in because it works for me. I feel more happy than I've ever been in my life. I'm more peaceful than I've ever been in my life. I'm more certain than I've ever been in my life. I'm more confident than I've ever been in my life. The vision of my life is to be one of the most impactful women that ever lived while living a quality of life and doing whatever I want for myself and others. And I believe that people should do what makes them feel most alive. And if I'm a part of that, do it. And if I stop making you feel alive, please, by all means, bye. Thank you for the time. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something. Go be and do whatever makes you happy. I believe that you're supposed to move from a place of appreciation, not expectation. I don't expect nobody to do nothing. That's why when I think about marriage, let's do a spiritual marriage. Because if you wake up one day and I don't satisfy you, why are you going to stay? And if I wake up one morning and I don't satisfy you and you don't satisfy me, why should I stay? I believe in freedom. I mean, total and complete freedom. I stand for freedom. More than anything, do what makes you happy.
Freedom and loyalty, I think, are two important things, right? And I noticed that when we go back into the business element that you have, right? The relationship you have with the CEO of the company in which you work with shows an extreme amount of loyalty. Because there's been times where I'm sure he had to question the relationship, right? You know, some of his top leaders may have said, okay, Stormy or me, right? Right? There's been times where you guys had to go against the Black Lives Movement debacle that took place on social media, right? And most recently, I think with all of the drama that took place over this reality show that was tied to you, he had to really say, I believe in this girl, this woman, right? How important is that relationship to you? Do you ever see yourself kind of venturing off and doing another business?
No. I will always be a part of TLC. I know for a fact one day he's going to give me a piece of TLC. We have a connection and a relationship that's just kind of unexplainable. Why didn't you follow your mentor? Your mentor created his own business. First of all, and I just talked to him today. That's still my friend. That's still my friend. We'll see each other later on tonight. I am listen, Ebony, I am big on respect, integrity, character, and honor. That's my guy. We've been friends for 15 years. To start a company that kind of emulated TLC, like I would never do that. I couldn't follow that. You got tea, you got a NutriBurst product, you got an NRG product, and we're gonna like take this man's idea and go somewhere else. Like
you knew it would never be honored that way, right?
No, I couldn't do it. I honor myself first. I respect myself first. And that's my friend. We still friends to this day, like this. But I just couldn't do it. I couldn't come leave your set and go create capacity. Like, come on, like, I just not gonna do that. And for whatever his reasoning was, whatever his rationale was behind why he thought it was okay, I never talked about it with him. I would never talk about it with him. He may watch this video and be like, hey, my truth is I couldn't do that. If I'm gonna start a company, it's gonna be with something else. I just couldn't do it. So guess what? I love NutriBurst Tea and NRG. Because so guess what that means? That's a part of my life. I love the products. I love what the products do for me. So I'm stuck. I could create another company with another type of product, but I'm always going to be a part of TLC because they have to go out of business. TLC would have to close down for me to have no choice.
For you to walk
But
away.
I love the products, and again, I believe in the power of the Mastermind Alliance. Alignment is everything. Alignment, listen, success is 80% spiritual. It's not as mechanical as people think. That's why you got a lot of educated people, magna cum laudes, PhDs, JDs, and they broke because they think it's intellectual. Here I am with a ninth grade education. I got more money than probably 90% of the people that's going to watch this interview. No pun intended, but the truth is, it's because I understand the spiritual aspect of the connection and the alignment that happens when success happens. So long as him and I stay aligned, we good. If we got out of alignment, then that may be a little scary. A lot of experiences that people may have had with him, I haven't had any bad experiences with him. Besides, he has to make business decisions for the survival of the company.
That's right.
But other than that, like, even with the whole Black Lives Matter thing, he's a white man. Of course, at the time, the conversation was sensitive. It was very sensitive. And here's what people don't understand. We really live in a different kind of world. There's a lot of things that go on around the world, Ebony, I am totally oblivious to. I really live in a different world. That's why I keep some of my friends from the streets, and I love going to the meetings and hearing people's stories because I'm like, damn. My daughter said something the other day. And in my mind, I was like, damn. She has a sample kit she sells for $10, right? And somebody said they got to wait till Friday to get the sample kit. And she goes, damn, man, people really got to wait till Friday for $10. And I turned back and I was like, yes, this is real life. People really got to wait till they get their check for $10. So I live in this bubble world that I really don't always be knowing what be going on. Same thing as Jack. So to give him the benefit of the doubt, we didn't know, he didn't know. Like, I didn't even understand what happened with George Floyd. I didn't know. After I saw the video of what happened, I felt horrible. Oh my God, I didn't know that's what was going on. I got sons. When I saw how the officers killed that man, I was like, now I understand what was going on. But I had already said what I said. So all I could do at the time was apologize. Just like my CEO. All lives do matter, right? Black people, Latin people, Asian people, Chinese people, African people, Haitian people. But it was a sensitive thing to say at
that
time.
moment.
But does all lives matter? Yes. But that was just the wrong timing. And so I couldn't get mad at him. I know our life. I know our world. We really don't be knowing what be going on unless somebody like you is like, Stormy, let me tell you what's going on right now. Like, I need that kind of person in my life. Do you know that in Israel there's a big war going on and people are dying, kids are getting bombed? Like, I have no idea what be going on. So we didn't know what was going on. So, I mean, how am I going to turn on him and we both like, oh, shit.
You both trying to figure it out.
Yeah, we both like, oh, my God, we messed up. We didn't know.
You didn't know.
No.
As we bring the interview to a close, which I hate to do.
Yeah, this was fun.
It is, but let me ask you this. What do you think the biggest misconception is about Stormy Wellington?
The biggest misconception. The biggest misconception. I don't know. I don't think like that. I don't know. I really don't know. I think maybe I'm a scammer. I think maybe I'm a scammer. And I'm not. I think people think I'm a scammer. They think I only want the money. I have money. If I made over $50 million in the last 9 years, I couldn't have spent all that money.
So you will become friends with someone that you don't have a business relationship with, or does business have to be?
No. We have to. Progress is the key to happiness, and the glue that makes happiness stick. If we become friends, why are we friends? I don't want to gossip about people's business. I don't want to go to the club with you. I don't want to sleep with you and your man. I don't want to go to the strip club. So we're friends for what? I don't.
Friends with a purpose. You have to be. It has. And I'm with you on that because I tell people now, what's the purpose? Yeah. What are we doing here?
We got things to do. Like, I don't got time to waste.
Right.
I could be friends with Manaya. I could kick it with Manaya. You know what I mean? I could kick it with one of my friends from back in the days. If I'm your friend, what we friends for? Like, I come with a lot of perks. So if I'm in your life, it's going to be a lot of perks and a lot of growth. But what you going to do for me? Because I believe in reciprocity.
That's right.
So, yeah, I could be friends with somebody not doing business with me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, look, Dr. Heavenly, I love her.
Mm-hmm.
But we ain't hanging out. But if I need something, if I call her, like, you know. So I don't have a lot of friends.
Mm-hmm.
But I do business with a lot of people, and we become friends. Because I'm busy. Like, I got an assignment, Ebony. Like, imagine being tortured by your assignment. Imagine knowing that you got, a responsibility, but you busy frolicking over here with your friend, and you got somebody that can't pay their light bill because you need to come up with a vision. You're the leader. You're the visionary. They're waiting on you, and they waiting on you to come up with something to help them to make money because that's just what you created for your life, and then now you're not doing it. And then people saying I didn't know about the witch thing, but okay, that's new. You a witch. You're this. You're that. I mean, look at my life. You could tell a tree by the fruit it bears. I help a lot of people. I've changed a lot of lives. I'm not just protected in the physical. I'm protected in the spiritual because I do things to protect myself. And I would never stop because, listen, witchcraft do exist. Oh, trust me, people do sit in their kitchens and in the closets and conjure up stuff to try to send to you. And it just won't work with me. So I'm divinely protected and I'm spiritually protected. And I would declare that to anybody. You can send anything you want to send. It just won't work because I'm aware of who I am. And so the misconception is that I guess I chase money and I just want the money. No, I want you to get some money for you. I want you to know what it feels like to be free within your being. I want you to know what it feels like to own a house, to not have to worry about money, to not have to be stressed out about your bills, to not have to be friends with somebody or be with a man because he helped you with your bills. I want you to be able to leave a legacy for your children. I want your children to be able to look at you and be inspired. I know my daughter is inspired by her mom. I want you to know what it feels like to fall down, to lose everything, and to go and get it again. So that's what I want. I want people to look at me and say, that's determination. That's resilience. That's a fighter. That's a strong black woman that is unfuckwithable. And I'm going to be that person until the day I die. I will have it no other way.
That's right. Well, I want to thank you for coming out today. Today's episode was amazing.
Thank you.
I know so many lives will be changed and so many people will learn so much. And I also want to thank you for your honesty.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ashe.
And I'll see you guys next time on Coinology.
Thank you. That was...
Get no money if you constantly worried about what everybody else got to say. If you constantly got your eyes on what everybody else doing, you ain't getting no money. When it comes down to closing a deal, I get it done. Every single one. I'm just going to find your closer.
Welcome to Coinology, the podcast.